How can you have love without hate? So much of liberalism is about performative love toward everyone, everywhere, at all times, regardless of conditions. In liberal morality, we are taught to believe that we should seek more love and less hate, or rather no hate at all, because there's no room for hate in a liberal world order. I would say this is a failure to understand both love and hate. This is like trying to say we're in favor of pleasure but not pain, which those same people will also do. It's an attempt to have your cake and eat it too, or eat your cake and have it too. You cannot have one without the other. They're simply two sides of the same coin. Liberalism is attempting to make a population that is not capable of feeling hate, or a population that, insofar as they feel hate, denies those feelings, suppresses them, and or pretends they don't exist. Because the social order, that which determines whether or not a person is considered a good person, is dependent on a person not hating, not having the capacity for hate. In the liberal mind, the ultimate moral person, the ultimate moral good, is one who does not have the capacity for hate. They have no ability to conceive of a righteous hatred, or maybe even of righteous anger. But because they do that, it effectively castrates their ability to love as well. It makes it so that they're just unfeeling zombies that just sort of exist in this dead limbo middle space where everyone is denied the experience both of love and of hate. If you do not have the capacity to hate something intensely, why should you expect to have the capacity to love anything or anyone? Further, I would say the world, the constraints in the world, the nature of the world being what it is, the constraints demand that someone who loves must also be willing to hate for the sake of what he loves. But what's important is I reject this dead, unfeeling, unalive mediocrity, this middleness that tries to avoid hatred, that tries to avoid the stuff that we consider negative. To avoid that is to deny a whole large part of the human experience. And I would say to deny that, not only are you denying a part of the human experience, but you're actually not capable of preventing yourself from feeling hate. You're just sort of numbing yourself. You're subduing it. And in doing so, you're subduing both sides of that coin. You're subduing your ability to feel anything or to channel anything. In some ways, a lot of liberalism is basically a perversion or misunderstanding or misinterpretation, maybe a deliberate misinterpretation of Christian morality. If you love your family and someone comes along and kills them all, there are many in society today who would say the most moral man would then proceed to not hate the individual who killed his family. But in a very real sense, that to me seems like it voids whatever love he supposedly felt. If his family is in jeopardy, let's say this is before they get killed, and he has a chance to fight their would-be killer, is he wrong to channel hatred against that person? There are those who would say it is, and that's a lot of Western morality. Insofar as that is a coherent morality, I would reject it completely. If that's morality, then I'm not interested in morality.